mistakes. And maybe I need to start talking to him. Talk to him for sure. That's definitely probably something I'm definitely willing to do, to talk to some of the, not even people that went broke, but just people like legends, period, like a Sugar Ray Leonard, Holyfield.
Yeah.
What's the other guy name? The heavyweight with the grill?
Oh, George Foreman.
George Foreman, yeah, definitely need to talk to them. Even Mike Tyson. I supposed to have been talking to Mike Tyson, but I ain't never get the chance to. I think it's scheduled.
Tank and Ryan. Good fight. Yeah, who wins? What do you think wins?
You gotta say Tank, but it's gonna be, I say Tank.
Yeah,
but I think it'll be a good fight.
Yeah, does it go all 12 rounds?
Huh?
Does it go all 12 rounds?
I don't think so 12, but it could. I doubt it.
Yeah.
Gervonta Davis just brought in a surprising new trainer to gear up for his rematch against Lamont Roach, and it's none other than the legendary Iron Mike Tyson. Their partnership officially started this week when Tyson walked into Davis's training camp, giving advice and super.
I think our person, me and Mike, we somehow like, because we came for that background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think so. That's why he can relate to me like he can. It's not really about boxing, it's really about like everything. It's boxing included, but it's like his past. You know what I mean? You even can tell when Mike talk now, it's still like
The pain is still there.
It's still there. You know what I mean?
I got one more clock, then he got some Zoom.
Tyson hung around the gym for hours, and when asked about his visit, he said he wasn't leaving anytime soon. Tank called me in, not just to work on boxing, Tyson shared, but to help him using everything I've been through to push him into the best shape of his life. Everyone knows my journey in this sport, and I'm here to share that knowledge. I'm also watching his training very closly.
Tank Davis, a lot of people say he reminds you of them. Does he remind you of yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe just getting in trouble with the law. Other than that, no.
What's your time? Thanks, Mike.
All right, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Bringing Tyson into camp was Davis's way of showing he's serious about his mental focus. He's likely heading in the right direction. And when it comes to learning how to hit with power, Davis couldn't have chosen better. Tyson is known as one of the hardest hitters in boxing history, and now he's pushing Tank through tough sessions to get him fully locked in.
Do you feel like you're the mini Mike Tyson? What do you call your style?
I don't know. It just, I think I'm a boxer puncher.
What was Mike Tyson?
He was
All means more than one person.
somebody that's like.
So he knocked people out real quick. You knock people out real quick.
Yeah, but I can knock you out like.
So you saying that you can knock him out faster than Mike Tyson? Through the challenge.
Mike Tyson. I supposed to have been talking to Mike Tyson, but I ain't never get the chance to. I think it's scheduled. It's scheduled there. You know what I mean? So, but I'm definitely need to talk to them and actually like get game from them, so I can give it to the people that's coming on after me. You know what I mean? So that definitely.
Tyson's career is packed with wild moments, and some of those moments actually reflect what Davis is going through now. The main difference? Tyson rarely got called out for dodging opponents, unlike Davis. Still, there's good reason to be excited about this team-up. Tyson doesn't take on many fighters, but when he does, he makes a real impact. His last big coaching move helped an MMA fighter who had zero boxing experience make it into the heavyweight top 10.
So you know, this is just the beginning. You hear me, Francis? This is just the beginning. You didn't get started yet. Like this, that's like, oh yeah. Relax your arm.
With Tyson now in his corner, a lot of people believe Davis is finally on the road to restoring his name and taking out the man who gave him that blemish on his record. Fans jumped into the comment sections with energy, backing both fighters, but especially rooting for Tank in the rematch. One person wrote, "Bringing Mike into camp might be the smartest move Tank's ever made. It could reignite that fire. I still believe he's got what it takes." Someone else said Tank could be turning a corner, being open to learning matters and working with both Calvin Ford.
They call Esau Cruz the Mexican Mike Tyson. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Because they compare you to Mike Tyson too a little bit. I know you say you don't think you like Mike, but you both get Mike Tyson comparisons.
I think me and Mike.
Another fan added, Tank has a lot to gain from Mike. They remembered when Tyson once said he and Davis had both gotten into legal trouble, a comment he made when asked what they had in common. As for Davis and Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., who faced Tyson in an exhibition in 2020, said that even though Davis recently had a draw against Roach, he still sees him as the most exciting fighter out there. Roy also said Davis reminds him of Tyson in several ways inside the ring.
I think I do have more skills than Mike Tyson, as far as like, I mean, when I say I have more skills than Mike Tyson, guys smarter than, like, at a lower weight class always have more skills. It's no heavyweight ever in life had more skills than smaller guys. So let's just take that out the picture. So when people think that I'm dissing Mike Tyson, I'm not dissing Mike Tyson.
Roy explained, Tank is electric. You never know what might happen when he's fighting or even just walking around. He's like a modern version of Mike Tyson. But Davis doesn't totally agree with that comparison. In a conversation with YouTuber Funny Marco on the show Open Thoughts, they covered a lot of ground. At one point, Marco asked Davis if he ever felt like a smaller version of Tyson during fights. Davis's answer was simple. No, that response caught Marco off guard. So
Tank want a rematch. Do you let me know now? Do you want to fight Tank again? He said he open to do a rematch. Do you want to fight Tank
100%.
again?
It's only a matter of time. We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight again. It's just whenever the fight gonna happen.
So it's gonna happen.
It's going to happen.
Okay. They say they want it in New York again. Do you want to fight again in the Barclays Center?
I wouldn't mind, but I'd love for it to be in DC.
Okay, cool.
I'd love for it to be in DC.
Davis said that Tyson was more of a straight-up brawler, while he considers himself a boxer-puncher, meaning their styles aren't really the same. Then Marco asked if Davis believed he could take opponents out faster than Tyson. Tank quickly replied, "No, I'm not saying that. Tyson had crazy power and talent. But I think I've got the total package, stuff Tyson didn't have. On the other hand, Tyson himself sees similarities, especially in how both throw their punches. He's even brought that up in
out the picture. So when people think that I'm dissing Mike Tyson, I'm not dissing Mike Tyson for sure. It just facts is facts. You know what I mean? I do feel as though I have more skills than Mike Tyson. I just hold that puncher power just as like Mike Tyson did when he was fighting, you know, so, and I'm gonna stand on my words.
a chat with TMZ. Tyson was asked if he thinks he and Davis have a lot in common. He said yes, and pointed to how they both punch with similar force and body movement. We've both got that low center of gravity, Tyson explained. It's like all that energy launches forward like an arrow being shot. Funny enough, during Davis's fight with Garcia, Tyson was actually rooting for Garcia, but after Tank dropped Garcia with a knockout in the 7th round, Tyson admitted Davis had truly stepped into the spotlight. That one got fans pumped to see who
That ego shit kicks in, so I'm watching it. And he had some good qualities in it. He did some really good stuff. But the stuff that he did that represented me, I don't think people even picked up on it.
Like what kind of stuff?
Just the way he moved his head.
Yeah.
People don't know I crack my neck all the time.
Yeah, what was that about? You were always doing that.
No, what had happened when I had fought Bone Crusher Smith, he had hit me, and the next thing I don't know, I had a crick in my, I couldn't stop, my neck was messed up, so I had to go and to a chiropractor. I don't know what the heck was wrong with it.
No matter what people say, there's no question Gervonta Davis has what it takes to leave a lasting legacy in boxing. Lately, he's shown more comfort when people compare him to Iron Mike. Davis often takes his time reading his opponent in the early rounds, then finds the right moment to land punches that would impress even top heavyweight coaches. Even though Tyson and Davis come from different weight divisions, Tank's hard-hitting style reminds many of Tyson back in his Kid Dynamite days, when he became the youngest heavyweight champ ever and knocked out his first 19 opponents. He stayed undefeated through 37 fights until his loss to Buster Douglas. When someone asked Tyson how much he thinks he and Davis are alike, he once laughed and said, "Maybe just the legal trouble." Tank later responded to that and said online, "I agree, but I've got more skill."
To you, I mean, what do you think about that?
Tank's a great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? But what do they think? What do you think about the brilliant to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
11. This section highlights just how sure of himself Davis is, whether he's in the ring or outside of it. While he clearly shows admiration for Mike Tyson, Davis doesn't shy away from talking about his own abilities. He's now preparing to defend his WBA lightweight world title against Lamont Roach Jr. on August 16th. In his prime, Tyson ruled the heavyweight division with unmatched power, speed, and a fierce fighting style that made him a global icon. But Tyson's time at the top also came with personal struggles and some poor life choices. Gervonta Davis brings that same kind of knockout power, just in lighter divisions. His sharp and focused approach has shaken up modern boxing. But like Tyson, Davis has had some off-the-ring troubles too.
Tax him up a little bit.
What do you think about Shakur Stevenson and Haney?
They both good young fighters.
You ever sparred with them before?
Yeah, I sparred with Shakur for my fight for my first title shot. I sparred with Shakur. I sparred with Devin too.
Y'all got spectacular guys in the division to fight. Y'all guys should be able to make a lot of money in 2 years, huh?
Yeah, hopefully. If we all, fight each other.
You all gotta make a pact to fight each other.
Since that questionable match with Lamont Roach on March 1st, Gervonta, Tank, Davis has been taking heat from fans and critics alike. The fight didn't make much noise before it happened, but the result, a majority draw, combined with some strange moments from Davis in the 9th round, stirred up controversy. Many are now wondering if he's truly the top-tier fighter he's been hyped up to be, especially since he couldn't pull off a win in a fight he was expected to dominate. On top of that, people are starting to question if Dave... Boxing great Mike Tyson recently gave an interview with Sports Illustrated where he shared his thoughts on Tank Davis and where his career stands. When asked who excites him in today's boxing scene, Tyson responded, "Tank is fun to watch." He also mentioned Terrence Crawford and David Benavidez as fighters who bring serious energy to the ring. As for that knee Davis took during the 9th round against Roach, Tyson was direct. "Yeah, he should have lost a point. Doesn't matter if, as I was messed up, he took a knee, and the rule says you lose a point for that."
Maybe I mistook from my vantage point, so that's my mistake. But what was going through your mind when you heard the decision?
Nobody like it, bro. It's cool. I feel like if we fight again, I could do more. And I should have did more. I was lost in
and plans to keep an eye on the upcoming rematch with Roach. As for Davis, he's set to return to the ring this August to defend his WBA lightweight belt in that very rematch. During the press conference before their first fight, Davis surprised everyone by announcing that he plans to retire by the end of 2025. Meanwhile, Tyson recently ended a 15-year retirement to face YouTube star-turned-boxer Jake Paul, a match that didn't quite live up to expectations. After that event, Davis said he'd consider stepping in himself to defend Tyson's reputation and possibly face Jake.
I think Gervonta Davis is probably the greatest fighter around now, but he's got a tough fight coming up. He's the top dog, no doubt about it. He showed that At first I thought Tank was just going to beat him in like 5 or 6 rounds. I don't know. We have to see now. I got caught up with the hype.
People that's around Mike Tyson shouldn't let him fight that fight. Jake Paul is a big guy, like he can hit. And he said that he didn't try to knock him out. Yes, you did. You just couldn't get the knockout. But money ain't everything.
That's true.
That's why I'm 30 years old trying to get out